As the sun sets over Beijing, a bustling metropolis that pulsates with ambition, the world watches with bated breath. Will this ancient civilization reclaim its place as a dominant global superpower? China, with its staggering economic growth, technological advancements, and expanding military prowess, presents a formidable challenge to the United States. But the question remains, can it actually surpass the USA, the long-standing titan of the world stage? This article delves into the intricate dance of geopolitics, economics, and culture, exploring whether China can truly ascend to the zenith of global influence, reshaping the world as we know it. In the year 2025, a young entrepreneur named Li Zhang stands at the edge of Tiananmen Square, reflecting on the rapid transformation of his homeland. Just 2 decades ago, China was seen as a developing nation, but now it is a global powerhouse, sending satellites into space and pioneering advancements in artificial intelligence. As he watches the bustling crowds around him, Li contemplates the inevitable question: will China's meteoric rise mean eclipsing the United States as the world's leading superpower? In this journey of exploration, we will uncover the key factors that could determine whether this ambition becomes reality. Historical context of superpowers. Understanding the dynamics of superpower status requires a historical lens. The United States emerged as a global superpower in the aftermath of World War II, largely due to its economic resilience, military strength, and political ideology. The U.S. had the advantage of being relatively unscathed by the war, allowing it to dominate global finance and industry. The Marshall Plan facilitated European recovery, solidifying American influence in Western Europe and establishing the Bretton Woods system, which pegged currencies to the U.S. dollar. Conversely, China spent much of the 19th and 20th centuries embroiled in turmoil. The Opium Wars, the Boxer Rebellion, and the fall of the Qing dynasty were major setbacks that hampered China's growth. However, the late 20th century marked a turning point. Under Deng Xiaoping's leadership, China shifted towards a market-oriented economy, igniting a remarkable period of growth. The reforms led to significant poverty alleviation and an unprecedented increase in GDP. The historical backdrop sets the stage for understanding current geopolitical dynamics. While the U.S. has leveraged its historical advantages to shape international norms and institutions, China is leveraging its rapid economic growth to assert itself as a contender for global leadership. This historical context illustrates that superpower status is not static. It evolves as a nation adapts to new realities. The question of whether China can surpass the U.S. cannot be answered without appreciating the transformative events that have shaped both countries' paths to their current standings. Economic power, the engine of influence. Economic power serves as the backbone of any superpower, influencing a nation's ability to project strength globally. The United States has long held this title due to its robust and diversified economy, characterized by innovation, a free market system, and a strong emphasis on entrepreneurship. American technology firms, financial institutions, and consumer brands dominate global markets, further cementing U.S. economic influence. China, however, is rapidly closing the gap. Since the late 1970s, it has transitioned from a predominantly agrarian society to an industrial powerhouse. The International Monetary Fund, IMF, reports that China has consistently achieved high GDP growth rates, often around 10% annually. By 2021, China was the world's second-largest economy, trailing only the United States. Projections indicate that it may surpass the U.S. within the next decade. The Belt and Road Initiative, BRI, launched in 2013, aims to enhance global trade and investment through infrastructure projects across Asia, Europe, and Africa. This strategic endeavor not only strengthens economic ties with participating countries, but also positions China as a leader in international trade. Through BRI, China is creating a web of economic dependencies, fostering goodwill and influencing nations' foreign policies. However, the challenge lies in sustaining this growth. China faces internal issues, such as rising debt levels and an aging population, which could hinder its economic momentum. The U.S., while dealing with its own economic challenges, retains advantages in innovation and technological development. Thus, while China's economic ascent is formidable, its ability to maintain this trajectory in the face of internal and external pressures will be crucial in determining if it can surpass the U.S. Technological advancements, the race for innovation. In the contemporary landscape, technological prowess is a vital component of global influence. The United States has historically been the leader in technological innovation, driven by a culture of entrepreneurship and substantial investment in research and development. Silicon Valley epitomizes this spirit, fostering numerous successful tech giants such as Apple, Google, and Microsoft. These companies not only dominate the market, but also set global standards in technology, shaping industries and influencing lifestyles worldwide. However, China is making significant strides to challenge this status. The Chinese government has prioritized technological advancement through initiatives like Made in China 2025, which aims to make China a leader in high-tech industries such as robotics, artificial intelligence, and biotechnology. This focus on innovation is evident in the rapid rise of Chinese tech companies like Huawei, Tencent, and Alibaba, which are gaining ground in various sectors, from telecommunications to e-commerce. Moreover, China's advancements in 5G technology and artificial intelligence are noteworthy. The country has invested heavily in AI research, with the goal of becoming the world leader in this transformative technology by 2030. Chinese companies are not just catching up, they are increasingly setting the pace for global technological standards. The race for technological supremacy is critical, as it impacts economic growth, national security, and global influence. While the U.S. remains a powerhouse of innovation, China's aggressive pursuit of technological advancement could redefine global power dynamics. The outcome of this race will likely determine which nation holds the upper hand in the future. Military might, the power to project influence. Military strength remains a critical indicator of superpower status. Historically, the United States has maintained its position as the world's foremost military power, equipped with advanced technology, a vast arsenal, and a global presence. The U.S. military is stationed in numerous countries and is involved in various international alliances, such as NATO. Its defense budget, consistently the largest in the world, enables cutting-edge research and the deployment of sophisticated military capabilities. In contrast, China is undergoing a significant military modernization program. The People's Liberation Army, PLA, has transformed its capabilities, focusing on technological advancement, increased naval power, and enhanced cyber warfare strategies. This modernization includes the development of advanced missile systems, aircraft carriers, and a growing fleet of submarines, aimed at asserting dominance in the South China Sea and beyond. China's assertive military posture reflects its ambitions to protect its interest and project influence in the Asia-Pacific region. Its strategic initiatives, such as the establishment of military bases in the South China Sea, signal a commitment to securing its maritime claims and expanding its regional influence. The evolving military capabilities of both nations raise questions about the future balance of power. While the U.S. retains a technological edge, China's rapid military advancements pose challenges to American dominance, especially in Asia. The potential for conflict arises not only from military might, but also from the geopolitical tensions that characterize this rivalry. The interplay of military strength and strategy will shape the global order for years to come. Soft power, the influence of culture and values. While military and economic power are crucial for global influence, soft power, defined as the ability to attract and persuade through culture, values, and diplomacy, plays a significant role in shaping perceptions and relationships. The United States has historically excelled in soft power, leveraging its cultural exports, educational institutions, and democratic ideals to foster goodwill and influence across the globe. American films, music, and technology have permeated cultures worldwide, making the U.S. an aspirational model for many. In contrast, China recognizes the importance of soft power and has made concerted efforts to enhance its cultural influence. The establishment of Confucius Institutes worldwide aims to promote Chinese language and culture, presenting an alternative narrative to Western ideals. Additionally, state-funded media outlets like CGTN seek to reshape global perceptions of China and provide a counter-narrative to Western media coverage. However, China's soft power initiatives face challenges. Issues such as its human rights record, censorship, and authoritarian governance have tarnished its image on the global stage. Countries are often wary of China's intentions, leading to skepticism about its cultural outreach efforts. To surpass the U.S. as a superpower, China must navigate these complexities and present a more appealing vision to the world. The ability to wield soft power effectively will be essential for China to build alliances and foster positive relationships, complementing its military and economic strategies. Geopolitical landscape, alliances, and rivalries. The geopolitical landscape plays a pivotal role in the contest for global leadership. The United States has historically maintained a robust network of alliances, allowing it to project power and influence across various regions. NATO, partnerships with Japan and South Korea, and ties with Australia and India underscore the U.S. commitment to a rules-based international order. These alliances enhance U.S. security and facilitate collective responses to global challenges. China's rise has prompted a re-evaluation of geopolitical dynamics. While the country seeks to forge alliances, its assertive actions in regions like the South China Sea have raised concerns among neighboring countries and the U.S. The Belt and Road Initiative, BRI, represents China's strategy to strengthen economic ties and create dependencies, aiming to enhance its global influence. However, this strategy faces skepticism from nations wary of China's intentions. The geopolitical rivalry between the U.S. and China is characterized by competition for influence in Asia, Africa, and beyond. The U.S. has responded to China's rise by reinforcing alliances and enhancing its military presence in the Indo-Pacific region. However, the complexity of international relations means that these alliances are not always straightforward, with nations often balancing their interests between the two powers. The evolving geopolitical landscape will significantly impact the superpower competition. While both nations seek to expand their influence, the ability to navigate alliances and rivalries will determine their success in shaping global norms and securing their strategic interests. Domestic challenges, the price of growth. While both China and the United States possess formidable strengths, they also face significant domestic challenges that could affect their status as superpowers. In China, rapid economic growth has led to pressing issues such as income inequality, environmental degradation, and an aging population. The disparity between urban and rural areas is stark, with a substantial portion of the population still living in poverty. The Chinese government has recognized these challenges and is attempting to implement reforms aimed at promoting sustainable development and reducing inequality. Initiatives, such as the Common Prosperity Campaign, seek to address wealth disparity, but progress has been slow and complex. On the other hand, the United States grapples with its own domestic issues, including political polarization, systemic racism, and economic inequality. The COVID-19 pandemic exacerbated many of these challenges, exposing vulnerabilities in public health and social safety nets. As the U.S. seeks to restore its global standing, addressing these internal issues will be crucial. Both nations must confront their domestic challenges while navigating the complexities of international relations. The ability to effectively manage internal strife will ultimately influence their trajectories as global superpowers. Environmental concerns, the global challenge. Environmental sustainability is increasingly recognized as a critical factor in determining a nation's long-term viability as a superpower. Climate change, resource depletion, and environmental degradation pose significant challenges that transcends national borders, necessitating cooperative efforts. The United States, historically a major contributor to greenhouse gas emissions, has seen a shift in recent years towards greater awareness of environmental issues, driven by a growing climate movement and policy changes at state and federal levels. China, on the other hand, faces unique challenges and opportunities in this realm. As the world's largest emitter of carbon dioxide, China is under immense pressure to address its environmental impact. The government has begun to implement ambitious policies aimed at transitioning to renewable energy sources, with a goal to achieve carbon neutrality by 2060. This shift not only addresses domestic concerns, but it also positions China as a potential leader in the global green economy. In conclusion, the question of whether China can surpass the USA as the world's leading superpower is multifaceted and complex. While China's economic growth, technological advancements, and military modernization position it as a formidable challenger, it also faces significant domestic and geopolitical hurdles. The United States, with its legacy of innovation and soft power, is not to be underestimated. The interplay between these two nations will shape the future of global politics, economics, and culture. As we stand at this crossroads, one thing is clear. The world is witnessing a transformative period in history, where the balance of power is evolving and the outcome remains uncertain. In this new era, cooperation and competition will coexist, challenging both nations to adapt and respond to an ever-changing global landscape. The quest for supremacy may not end with one nation reigning supreme, but could lead to a world where collaboration is essential for addressing shared challenges and advancing global prosperity.